Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Try to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
You lie and still remember there was an EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
McCarthy to the air on second down. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. 17 yards, the gain there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut, where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll put Addison in motion. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. Second and a yard. Working out of the shotgun. This one intercepted. Picked off by Killy Ringo. He's inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And, Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He's got it! And he will score! Justin Jefferson! Touchdown, Vikings! With that, he hits the 20 mark for touchdowns on the year. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Hurts to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Coming free is Chark. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Barkley. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, nothing doing here, Mike. And the key to stopping that on defense is you have to get them before they have a chance to get going. And that's exactly what they're able to do here. No gain, force the 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Man in motion is Smith. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. 1 quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now a give on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. The man in motion here is Chart. He finds Devontae Smith. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts. Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown. They get 16 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
A good spot here, second and a yard. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to go backwards again. They went to him twice in a row. The defense stops him twice in a row for loss. And now it's fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So the offense dips into their RPO game, and the key for any defense defending it is everybody has to do their job. In this case, it's a give read. The running back gets the ball, and the defense makes a great stop on fourth down.
First and 10. To throw is McCarthy. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be brought down at the 45. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. That'll be a first down. A gain of 10.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Eagles will take over at their own 15.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The man in motion here is Chart. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's to the outside. He's got Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Man in motion is Brown. On third down, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be second down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Man in motion is Smith. Now Barkley. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for third down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On third down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll get to about the 15, and that's it.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Call it a Minnesota.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties, make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
McCarthy to the air on second down. Quick throw here is complete. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They send him right out of the slot. To the air once more is McCarthy. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will score. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. That's Mekhi Blackman there for the stop. Second down and 8. To throw, Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Third down. Here's Hurts out of the gun. Open man's got it. That's Chark.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break it.
Here's Barkley. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. Not just the first down, but reception number 70 on the season. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. A quick toss into the hands of Addison. Down the sideline. He is in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Hurts. He's going to look downfield for Chark. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here we go. This is 4th down. The man in motion here is Chark. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for a 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. They get 18 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
In motion, it's Jefferson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. 2nd down and 3. A handoff as they try to run it here. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Third down, 3 to go. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And now it's 4th down.
For the Vikings field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Here's 1st down. Now Hurts. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A second down throw for Hurts. He's going to take a shot down the field. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Again, working deep downfield. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the Vikings. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory.
Like I'm never enough. I say